It is Friday night, and that can only mean one thing. It is time to talk birds, and a whole lot more birds. So kick back, relax, because the latest edition of Birds of the Gridiron starts right now. I'm going to say it every week. Best intro in the freaking business. But hello, everyone. Good evening and welcome in to another episode of Birds of the Gridiron live here on Facebook, YouTube, coming to you guys live with all the latest Philadelphia Eagles news and off-season talk. And as always, we are your hosts, Sam Nelson, Tyler Adams. Tyler, and we have a special guest. Tyler, would you like to introduce the guest this week?
We do. We have the kid who can't stop talking about football. Kind of reminds me of someone I do the show with every week. My nephew, Aiden. Welcome in, Aiden. Excited to be here?
Yeah.
Well, first off, I want a question answered. What's wrong with talking too much football? Is there anything
There's nothing
wrong
wrong
with that?
with it. There's no such thing as too much football.
Yeah.
So, look, we got a big show. We're going to talk some stuff. We'll get some draft talk in towards the end. We'll get some top 30 visits. NFL draft right around the corner. We'll talk about that later on. We'll talk some biggest Eagles needs a little bit later as well after the free agency period has officially called it a day after 2 very busy weeks. Howie Roseman was working the phones, working the contracts, and we're giving guys cap hits of like $1 million, but that's not a surprise. First topic tonight. Eagles wide receivers. We know it's been the topic of the entire offseason. We still have no idea what's going to happen with A.J. Brown. DeVonta Smith right now is the only proven commodity that we know will be here long term. And then we got a bunch of one-year deals. Elijah Moore, Hollywood Brown. I don't know what they bring to the table in 2026. I don't know if they're going to be on the team after this year. So, gentlemen, I'm going to let you guys kick it off. I'm going to try to take a little breather tonight. I'm going to let you guys do all the talking. What are our thoughts about the Eagles wide receivers currently right now? Because if A.J. Brown's not here next year, is there some concern? Now, granted, there's still a draft to go, but are we a little concerned?
Yeah. Aiden, would you like to kick it off, or you want me to?
You could kick it off.
All right. So, I feel like every week on this show for like the last 2 months has been nothing but a big segment of A.J. Brown. I think we're both past the point, and maybe you too, Aiden, that A.J. Brown in my mind is already no longer a member of the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah.
Whether it's during the draft, whether it's after June 1st, when they try to save some more money off his contract, I believe he will get traded to another team. It's kind of a bittersweet thing because, AJ's brought a lot of good moments to this team. Won a Super Bowl, been to 2 Super Bowls. He's a great player. But you could just tell that his heart doesn't seem fully set in Philadelphia anymore. So I am excited for the prospect of watching one of my favorite receivers come out of college in DeVonta Smith, to see him get his opportunity at being a wide receiver. But it is tough to find a pairing to put next to him. I mean, not easily replaced. We still don't have, if you take A.J. Brown out of the equation, we still don't have a valuable wide receiver 2 on the roster next to him right now. So there is a hole that needs to be filled if ultimately A.J. Brown is moved on from. Will that come in the draft? Most likely. It definitely looks like it. I mean, definitely a lot of names out there. I feel like you could get a starter in the second, maybe early third round if you're lucky. But I think that's definitely the direction this team is moving in. And I got a few names who I want to look at, but Aiden, you have any thoughts to add?
Not really, but not really.
No?
No.
You don't got any names, anyone you think they might want to trade for?
No.
Okay.
I mean, and the thing is, because I think realistically, trade wise, the only names that you could trade for are guys that are just out of the equation.
Yeah. I realistically don't see them trading for one. It's pretty difficult because if we're already talking about trading A.J. Brown, we know what he's going to command. We're not going to want to go ahead and give back more valuable assets to trade for another receiver, which is also going to come along with probably a pretty hefty contract. I definitely think they'll attack it in the draft. I'm just worried that with the first round pick, I think a lot of the top wide receivers are going to be off the board by the time we pick at 23.
What's one from Indiana?
I think he's going by 23 too.
No, he won't.
Cooper?
Uh-huh.
Might want to rethink that.
I will rethink nothing and you will like it. How about that? I'm not rethinking anything. All right, so the chat's fired up. Aiden's got a fan base in the chat already. Kaylee's already given him love. He's already got some friends in here. He's already a fan favorite, so.
Oh, yeah.
Well, now let's answer a question that I think all three of us can easily answer. They've both been on the team now for a while. They've been the wide receiver duo here for the past, what has it been, 4 years?
Yeah.
Have you? Yeah, we have been spoiled. I mean, well, look, we went. Do I have to bring up the 2020 Eagles wide receivers?
I mean, yeah, you sent it to me, so I mean, you probably could bring it up. But I mean, does Jalen Reagor, does JJ Arcega-Whiteside, was he even still here?
It's Arcega.
We're not calling him Arcega. He never earned that. He is Arcega for life. What, John Hightower? Where else do we go down the barrel here? I mean, was Quez Watkins still on those teams?
Yes, because he was on the teams until 2023.
Oh my gosh, you're right.
All right, so let's ask this question. And like I said, I think all three of us can easily answer this. Through the 4 years they've been together, have you been Team DeVonta Smith or Team A.J. Brown?
Why don't you go and answer that one, Aiden?
I'm gonna say Team DeVonta Smith.
All right.
Everybody loves Smith.
Yeah.
I got to go with him too. I mean, AJ, he's a great physical presence, an elite wide receiver. Definitely, he's not at his. I don't think he's at his prime anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely think physically, some of those nagging injuries he's dealt with over the last couple years have definitely hung with him and taken a little bit of his athleticism away. I still think he has good hands. Obviously, we all know about last year's criticisms and, letting up on routes, not going 100%. But I still believe, reliable pass catcher, he is that.
I personally just think that we're at the part now where I'm going to make some people really unhappy with this, but I said it last year. I think we're just at the point now where A.J. Brown is no longer the wide receiver one to this team.
No. And I mean, like I said, I really genuinely feel like DeVonta Smith has another level that he can unlock. He's already been great, but I feel like it's not his peak. I feel like if he's given the chance to be the true number one, where the team game plans their offense with him as the main guy, I really think we could see like a 1,300-yard receiving season out of him. Just tearing it up, whether it's, burning guys deep down the field, underneath, across the middle of the field, whatever. I mean, to the sidelines, he's got like some of the best footwork in the league.
I agree, and I've always said it. You said it earlier. I think AJ is a physical specimen. I kind of compare him to DK. Now he's a lot better of a route runner than DK Metcalf is, but he's a physical specimen. He is not as talented as a wide receiver that DeVonta Smith is. DeVonta's got the speed, he's got the footwork, he's got the elusiveness. He can get open on any route you assign him to.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing I do not like what they've done with both of them in the past years is they're not deep threats.
No.
They're utilized as deep threats, but they're not Deshaun Jackson, okay? They're not running down the field catching 50-yard bombs all the time. They could do it at times, but they're not fast. Like, that's why Hollywood Brown coming here makes a lot of sense. They don't have a speed threat in this offense. And that's where I think Hollywood Brown can help. I'm not saying he's going to come out here and be Deshaun Jackson. It's not even close, but I'm not even at that. Mikey, what's up?
What's up, Mikey?
Maybe? I don't know if Jacksonville really needs a wide receiver.
I mean, it depends on if they want to move on from Brian Thomas. I don't know if they want to. I mean, you got to think. You're going to have... they brought in from the Raiders last year.
Jacoby Myers.
Jacoby Myers.
We would have to make the money work, but...
yeah, if they want A.J. Brown, send me back Brian Thomas.
Yeah, but Thomas is on a rookie contract. How's the money work?
How's the money work? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing. Brian Thomas is on a rookie deal.
I don't know. The Jags got enough money?
No, probably not. But the Jags could use a splash. They haven't done much at all this offseason. They've lost more than anything.
Yeah, losing Etienne is a big loss.
Losing Devin Lloyd on your defense, that doesn't help either. So, I guess the question keeps being, is AJ Brown going to get traded? And it's been a question of the freaking universe for, I feel like, 3 years. But I think you're going to start seeing some turnover in this room. I know they just signed Elijah Moore. That does nothing for me. It really does nothing for me. He's a camp body, and he's going to probably... I don't even know what he's going to do. He probably won't even make the team.
I don't think so.
Mikey, not yet. Brian Thomas has been brought up in trade rumors, but he has not been moved as of now. I think they still have some long-term plans for him. With him, Travis Hunter, and just said his name 2 seconds ago, Jacoby Myers. Jeez, I couldn't think of anything. But I, for one, like I said, I love AJ, but I'm just at the point now where, like, I don't know if he's going to be here. I don't know if he wants to still be here. But why don't we freestyle for a few minutes here? No, I don't mean no one's going to come out and bust the move. Okay,
sure.
I'm not. This isn't Wild and Out. And I'm not Nick Cannon.
Drop the beat.
Why don't we take a few minutes here? Because I don't know how long we'll have our guest on for. Why don't we let him pick out an Eagles topic to talk about? Why don't we freestyle it?
Wow, the floor is yours. What topic? Any burning questions you have about the Eagles?
Not really. Yeah, no.
It could be anything. Anything. It could be the coaches, how you feel about the coaches that they brought in. It could be how you feel about the quarterback play. It could even be about if you think Saquon Barkley is still going to be on this team as a really good running back for a few more years to come.
Tread lightly on that one. I'm kidding. I'm literally kidding.
Nah, nothing comes to mind.
Oh, nothing comes to mind.
All right.
Nothing comes to mind. Okay, well, here's a good one I got. Could somebody... All right, here's a good one. Tyler, do you think the two receiver moves they've made this offseason, good, bad, don't really matter?
I wouldn't say don't really matter because, I mean, you need wide receivers on your team. I mean, Dotson became a free agent. Don't know what's going on with A.J. Brown. You got to be prepared for anything. They didn't make additions that made the wide receiver room better. It was just to keep the wide receiver room with some depth to it.
Well,
the only one who's going to really get playing time is Hollywood Brown, in my opinion.
I mean, Elijah Moore, I'm not trying to say the guy's going to come in here and be the guy he's been productive in his NFL career. Now, the only issue last year was he wasn't productive in Buffalo. Not many wide receivers were productive in Buffalo last year. But they need it. They don't have, that's been the problem, though, in years past. How many years have we lost football games if A.J. Brown or DeVonta Smith got hurt?
Yeah, I mean, it's bad. I mean, if you go back a couple of years when we played Tampa, the week that everybody was hurt before the bye week, we had nobody. AJ was out. Did Smitty miss that game too?
I want to say he did because I'm pretty sure he was concussed in the New Orleans game.
I think so, yeah. Didn't have him. O-line was banged up, but that was rough. Not having, we always said, not having one of them on the field makes a little bit of an impact, but having both of them off the field, forget about it.
Yeah, that's just no team can overcome that. I don't care what you say. No team can overcome that. So I guess the way that we're looking at this is if they do trade AJ, you're gonna find out if they're gonna trade AJ by the end of Friday night on draft weekend.
Yeah.
Because a wide receiver is gonna have to be taken between the first and third rounds. Because you need someone that has at least a legitimate chance to step in and give you some type of production. I'm not playing the fifth round developmental wide receiver game when there's still a Super Bowl window here. This team can still win a Super Bowl. Could all three of us agree on that? This team could still win a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think there's any question about it. This team can still win a Super Bowl.
I mean, we can
not
go
here.
over some prospects from the draft. One realistic one that I have, and I say realistic, is actually Elijah Surratt.
Oh, so you're going with the other Indiana wide receiver.
I am, because I've seen a lot of mock drafts, Sam. I think Omar Cooper gets drafted before 23. I mean, just from one that I'm looking at, you got Mekhi Lemon going to the Panthers, which honestly, that makes a lot of sense to pair with Ted McMillan if they do go that route. And then, shockingly enough, Pittsburgh taking Omar Cooper to really bolster their wide receiving room. Think about it. Pittman's only that guy that can really get you like maybe 800 to 900 yards on a really good year, 1,000. But you're already putting him behind DK Metcalf. Why not bring in another young wide receiver to develop into your next franchise wide receiver?
Yeah, but they just gave Pittman an extension too.
This is the Steelers we're talking about. They don't always make logical choices.
That's true. What's up, Clint?
What's going on, Clint?
Oh, God,
I wish we got Jameis Winston, but I'll settle for Andy Dalton.
No, that's only Adam. Clint gets the joke, but that's Adam's joke. Oh, Clint, we know we'll be fine. We just got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's just many things there's a lot of question marks still. Still got a lot of holes to fill in this roster. But
the reason I go with Surratt, though, is because I still feel like they take offensive line. Whether it's tackle or guard, I think they go O-line at 23.
I think they're just going to go best player available.
And they might. It's possible.
I personally think they're just going to go best player available. This is why I keep telling people, I understand, yes, they need to find Lane Johnson's successor. That doesn't mean you got to take him in the first round. For all the people out there that are like, you got to take the tackle in the first round, I'm going to say 2 words, and I hope somebody out there cries themselves to sleep. Andre Dillard.
Ooh.
That was a great pick. What, he start 12 games?
Yeah.
Just because you take them early doesn't mean it's always going to work. I'm not saying we have to look for Lane Johnson's successor, but our starting left tackle is a rugby player.
Yeah.
That's what he is. He's a rugby player. Are we aware of this?
Yeah, I mean, they really don't. A lot of our starting offensive linemen that pan out well, they are not top picks. They're not first-round picks.
We have one offensive lineman on this team that was a first-round pick, and that was Lane.
Mm-hmm.
Landon, second. Cam, second. Steen, I believe, third.
Yeah, I think it was early.
Because we had 2 thirds that year because we took him and the heap-seeking missile we traded to Atlanta last week.
Sidney Brown, jeez.
Mailata, 7th.
Yeah.
It's all about your offensive line coach and how your staff develops.
How would you feel if Monroe Freeling, tackle from
That's
Georgia,
the guy at 23 I take. That's a guy at 23 I would take. But now I hear there's rumors that he's not going to make it past 18.
Oh, man. Jeez, let's see. 18. I think it would come down to who Detroit picks. Because they got to replace Decker.
That's just
so if they don't go for Caden Proctor, then yeah, they're probably going to go Freeling.
I don't want Caden Proctor anywhere near the Philadelphia Eagles. I really don't.
Oh no,
I really don't. I'm not a Caden Proctor guy. I don't know why. I'm not the guy, man. I'm not the guy that wants Caden Proctor. I want him as far away from my team. But I just think there's ones that are better. And then Another one could be Blake Miller from Clemson, but you honestly could probably trade it back about 4 or 5 picks and grab him late in the first, collect an extra second or third rounder, and let's call it a day and get out of there.
Yeah.
But I for one, just don't. If Omar Cooper is there at 23, I'm finding it very difficult on not picking him.
Here's a good question for you. If he's available and Freeling's available, now who do you take?
If Cooper and Freeling are available?
Mm-hmm. If you want me to make it really interesting, Kenyon Sadiq is still on the board too. Pick your poison.
This episode is brought to you by Robert Wood Johnson Hospital, because that's where I'll be going for my anxiety attack that Tyler's putting me through. I gotta go. I got something for you in a second, because I hope you know something. As we're talking, I'm meshing some questions up in my head. So wait, Freeling, Cooper, Sadiq, is Alane there?
Nah.
I don't think Alane gets there. I don't think he gets past 15.
I think he goes higher than that.
Clint, do you really think the Browns would take Cooper where they're at over guys like Tate and Lemon and Tyson? And I love Omar Cooper, don't get me wrong, but I'm not taking him over those other three.
Nah.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. Nah, Clint, I honestly don't. I don't think Freeland's getting out of the top 18.
Yeah, I don't think so.
What? All right, so wait, I'm still trying to pick this. Cooper, Freeling, Sadiq. Hey, man, I'm gonna have to go Kenyon Sadiq here. Come on, man. You got me taking taking someone over both of my favorite guys I want.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So you got me.
Here's the interesting thing, right? Between Cooper and Elijah Surratt.
Both good.
Both really good. I mean, Surratt led college football with 15 receiving touchdowns. Cooper had 13. Not far off. Cooper had almost 100 more. He did have 100 more receiving yards. Omar Cooper's 6 foot. Surratt's 6'2". Surratt might be a better physical player to pair with DeVonta Smith.
I guess I'm looking along the lines of, can I get somebody in here that fits DeVonta Smith's play style? Can I get someone who can go down the field, take the top off of a defense, and give DeVonta Smith room to operate? I guess that's where I'm looking at. Oh, so Clint's got the Browns going O-line at 6 with their first round pick. Okay, really? That's where we're. Well, in that case, Clint, stay away from Omar Cooper, because that's my guy. That's the guy I'll cry myself to sleep the night that he's on the Eagle. That's Sam's guy in this draft.
I can see them going wide receiver. They might take Tate.
Well, let me ask you something. Who's your wide receiver one in this draft? Who is your favorite?
Ooh, favorite? I think it's Carnell Tate.
See, I'm a Makai Lemon guy.
Dude, that makes it so tough. Because I've watched Makai Lemon more, I feel like, when their games were on. And just everything that I saw. I mean, every single time I saw him on making a play, I was like, first round wide receiver. No doubt in my mind.
Well, that just proves us one thing. That you have way too much time on your hands on Saturday nights when USC's playing.
Hey, they play some early games occasionally.
Yeah, what, 6 o'clock?
Yeah, but no, usually the late night ones are good because there's just nothing on. You need something to watch. Boom, USC.
Watch them beat the crap out of UCLA for the 12th time in a row.
Exactly.
Lemon to me screams like all around do it wide receiver. Tate, I think, is a very good wide receiver. I think he's more of the field stretcher type, the guy that can take a top off a defense, that can expand your passing attack. I think he's not saying he's not as good as Mekhi Lemon or won't be. I think
Yeah.
Lemon has a little more in his arsenal as a wide receiver in terms of route running, footwork, elusiveness, stuff like
Yeah.
that. Now, Mekhi Lemon's there at 23. Forget everything I've said over the past 20 minutes.
Oh man.
If Mekhi Lemon is there at pick 23 and nothing, delete this episode.
I think so. Here's the crazy part: you never know how the draft's going to pan out. Like back in was it 2024 where we got Quinyon and Coop. Cooper DeJean was supposed to be our first round pick because Quinyon was going in the teens. And then we had a bunch of offensive linemen and then we had a bunch of offensive players and offensive linemen get drafted. So anything can happen. We could see Cooper. What if Cooper and Mekhi Lemon are available? I'd take Mekhi Lemon. But we could see a scenario like that where those guys fall into those 20th picks.
Clint, I won't lie to you there. The Browns
do the Browns always draft off of need though? Need or greed?
Tyler, their entire offensive line were free agents. They had to sign 4 players just to get someone in the room. They need to draft a tackle.
You're right, they do.
And it's okay to draft on need when you need offensive line help because that is the most important position on the field. We saw that last year with the Eagles. When those 5 guys aren't healthy, it's going to be bad.
But that's usually something that fundamentally sound organizations do. I don't think the Browns are a very fundamentally sound organization.
Oh my God! Don't say fundamentals. If he's watching, you're good. Okay, we're not gonna do this. Why are you pushing so many buttons tonight?
That's what I do.
All right, we'll see. I think I'm gonna do a little button pushing myself because see, I got some ammunition here now. I got someone who knows you. I got someone who can help me out here. Let me think. What's a good one? Nah, I can't do that one. That's too bad. Andrew Berry, you should.
What are you gonna say, Jason Peters?
No, that's too easy. I mean, Andrew Berry does go best player available, and why is that? Because he goes. Who did he work under? He worked under Howie Roseman. So that's where that's another thing. The Browns think a lot like the Eagles because Andrew Berry was a disciple of Howie Roseman's front office. So, well, man, I'm still thinking if there's a possibility, there's a scenario where Kenyon Sadiq, Omar Cooper, and Monroe Freeling in there. I am not going to have a fun night.
Well, man, I really got you stuck on that. That's great. That is your worst nightmare. It's easier when they're not available because then, you never had a chance anyways. But if all 3 of them are there, the constant regret. I would feel bad for Howie Roseman because, all 3 of them should be great choices regardless. But if you somehow get the one out of the 3 that just doesn't pan out, it's back to the dungeon for Howie. Metaphorically, not literally.
Metaphorically, you need to go back to a dungeon. What are you talking about? You're all going back to the dungeon. That guy's been hitting on every draft pick for 5 straight years.
But you know how Philadelphia fans are. They're never going to let him live it down.
There's fans in this city that are mad about the Phillies after winning on opening day. How did my last 48 hours have been?
They almost blew it. And they started scoring more runs when I turned the game on, so I might have had a negative impact there.
You are
Sorry, buddy.
banned from watching Philadelphia Phillies games for the rest of your life.
Wow.
All right, hold on. Let me ask you this one. When it comes to Eagles games, are you clearly we are all frequent watchers of Eagles games. Stupid statement. I usually watch it by myself. Depending. Playoffs, Super Bowl, that's different. I have people over. Tyler, what about you during the regular season? Are you just watching it with Cynthia, or do you do the family gathering some weekends?
Sometimes watch with Cynthia, and then sometimes just watch it by myself, or the occasional link up with Sam and watch him yell at the TV all game.
You're not innocent. You are not innocent in this.
I'm the level-headed Sunday viewer.
Yes, you are the level-headed one. Yes, that's perfect.
All right, Mountain Man. Hold up. What's Clint posting? What's this in the chat? I see Heat and 81-46. I know he's not talking about the Miami Heat.
You're getting destroyed by the Cavs. That's what's happening.
It's the Cavs. Put us in a 7-game series and we're losing. I'll be honest.
Hey, it took them only a half to eclipse Bam's completely total for one game. So,
oh my gosh. Let's see. Oh wow. This is very sad that they're losing so badly when they have Andrew Wiggins back, they have Norman Powell back, they have Tyler Hero back. Yikes. All right, well.
All right, so I'm gonna jump into a couple question segments since we have our guest on with us. I want to ask him a couple Eagles related questions.
Real quick.
What?
So we can get off the topic of basketball. I just looked at the box score. Max Strus has 22 points, 8 for 10. It's the Strus revenge game. That's it. All right. Anyways, back to normal program.
Nothing about this show is normal programming. All right, before I get to my questions, Anthony wants to ask who's the best player in the draft.
Best player or the one we think will make the most impact? I feel like that could be two different answers.
I mean, Mendoza, yeah, Mendoza's the easy answer.
Is it that simple?
I mean, yes and no, but
I think he makes a huge impact with the Raiders. But, like, best player in this draft? You want an underrated one? Jeremiah Love.
I could say it. Anthony said you're answering a question. What you're asking a question? What a question.
Am I? Because no, I would go Fernando Mendoza, my most impactful, and then the best player. I think Jeremiah Love.
I had some questions for while Aiden was still with us, and now you guys are putting me in a freaking brain scramble on who's the best player in the draft. Why do you guys do this to me?
Aiden, any notes on your phone for the draft?
Not really. Yeah, no, I haven't looked into the draft.
Okay. What notes you got in your phone? You told me you're making some notes. What you got?
Really, it's just like the Eagles free agency.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go to something else. I can't pick who's the best player in this draft right now. I haven't done that.
Oh man.
I may stick to my guns and stick with Caleb Downs.
Okay.
I may stick there. So hold on now. Do we say we had notes on Eagles free agency? We could talk about that.
Yeah, we definitely
We
can.
could talk about.
What read us off some of your notes you got.
Some of the notes I have is give me a second.
Yeah, you're good. Love is the best player in the draft. Downs might be better.
I think those are kind of the winners right now. I think Downs and Love are the winners right now in this. I mean, yeah, Mendoza's kind of just like, yes, best player. Yes, he's going to go number one overall. So,
Yeah.
So some of the notes I have is like the Eagles don't need another superstar. They need complementary pieces who fit Jalen Hurts well.
You know what? I really agree with that. That's why, honestly, Sam, you're saying I get you want an Omar Cooper. Who says that a player like Surratt doesn't have to be Surratt, but like a wide receiver like him wouldn't be the perfect complement to Jalen Hurts and to DeVonta Smith?
not
Don't
only that,
go
I
and get
think
someone who's going to require like another wide receiver one presence where you have to find a way to manage the load between the both of them. Just get someone who perfectly complements the other one.
I think Aiden just proved the point that I've been trying to make for the past like month on this show. That, well, no, because like let's think of this. All three of we watched the games on Sunday. I felt Jalen Hurts this year wasn't at his most confident when he was throwing the ball to AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
It felt like he was trying to force the ball to him a lot.
Yeah.
And I just don't think it was I think that whether it's AJ and him or if it's AJ and Nick, it could definitely be AJ and Nick Sirianni. But
Yeah.
I have to think that there's some things that are just better off being separated. And I think the Eagles and AJ Brown are one of those things. But yeah, like, and again, what Aiden's note says is like, instead of changing the way our quarterback plays, why don't we just find things that complement what our quarterback does well? Instead of trying to change, like, don't get me wrong, he does have to change some of his play style as a passer. He has to get better in some areas.
Yeah.
But yes, Clint, yes, we did.
Yeah. Elijah Moore is what it is.
But yeah, I don't care for Elijah. Elijah Moore's a camp body. It is what it is. That is what it is. Aiden, do you have any other notes that you had written down for us?
No question for you, Tim.
Okay.
Do you think Jalen Hurts is a better passer or runner in the situation he's in right now?
Ooh. Sam, I know you're waiting to answer. Go ahead, buddy.
No, I'm just scared that Aiden just unleashed the duel of all duels between you and I, because we will go back and forth on this stuff forever. Now, All right, so let me ask this, Aiden. Let me ask you: are we basing this off of this past season, like right currently now?
Yes. Yeah.
That I have to say he's a better passer because not that I don't think he's not a good runner. We didn't see it this year.
Yeah.
I didn't see the Jalen Hurts I saw in 2022 running the football. I didn't see the Jalen Hurts I saw just last year at the Super Bowl running the football. So right now, I would have to say he's a better passer. And I'm going to add on to it. I think he's a better deep ball passer. Go ask Hollywood Brown. If you listen to his press conference, he
Yeah.
said that's why he came here because Jalen throws one of the best deep balls in the league. But I'm told he can't pass the football.
Yeah, that's a very underappreciated part of his game. Because, any other quarterback you look at, they overthrow somebody or what you have it. No criticism from them. Just another play. But he almost always puts his receiver in a position to make a play on the ball. And in the case of AJ Brown, sometimes he gives up because he loses faith. But to answer your question, I do believe he is a better passer. I mean, he's always had the mobility trait. He's never been, in my eyes, a mobile quarterback in terms of like Lamar Jackson. I feel like that's like the mobile quarterback pedestal. His mobility adds on another layer to his game that defenses have to respect. And I feel like that's what makes him so dynamic and so great at this level in the NFL. Jalen Hurts is still a top 10 quarterback in my eyes. Even after last season, people will try and call it another down year. The whole team struggled.
I'm not saying about him getting hurt. I don't know when he got hurt, but even I didn't see him utilized as a runner all year.
Yeah, they utilized him a lot less. Like you used to see them even 2024. We saw so many designed runs. That was down this year too. And a lot of it could have been, I mean, we didn't run the ball in general as much because it was not working due to whatever you want to throw it up to. I'm going to call it the combination of unhealthy offensive linemen, different combinations being thrown out on the field, poor offensive scheme, whatever you name it. But last year's offense was not catered to running the football well. And it does start with the 5 up front. So, yeah, I think he had to take away even more of his mobility out of his game and become more of just, a traditional passer. But not just a pocket passer. I mean, he still moves around, gets out the pocket, it still scrambles too much to the right for my liking. But I get it. If that's his comfort zone, I'd rather not see him change that and start throwing like 3 interceptions a game because he's trying to scramble to his left and get the ball down the field. So yes, that's my nitpick of Jalen Hurts. There you have it. Record this moment. Sam, you act shocked, but
can you repeat that
game,
again?
Sam, you act shocked, but every single game I watch with you, he does it. Because he does it every game because that's his game, his play style. When he gets out the pocket, he gets out to the right. That's what he does because it gives him his most confidence in making a play down the field, scrambling to his right. He's a right-handed quarterback. It makes sense. It would be hard scrambling to the left and throwing across your body.
I don't have it. No, well, that's how you turn the football over. I have no issue with that. What my issue lies with Jalen, with him rolling out to the right, is how many times he leaves the pocket way too early, rolls to his right just to throw the football away.
I would like to see him. This is another part where he has to develop. Yes, he's not a fully complete quarterback. He's a great quarterback, but every quarterback can work on something. Josh Allen can work on stuff. Even Patrick Mahomes can work on stuff. Maybe not Patrick Mahomes. He might be the only complete quarterback in this league. I hate to say it.
I mean, Josh is pretty complete too.
He has some moments. He's up there. He's definitely up there. But back to Jalen. Let me not lose focus here. I wish he would step up more into the pocket rather than escaping out. Climb through it. You might buy yourself an extra 3 seconds to complete a pass down the field, or your O-line might get you a little tunnel to go through, and you might be able to get a first down off of that. Which I've seen him do, but it's definitely not as often as him bouncing out to the right.
But again, a lot of this, I think, has to do with the offensive line. Like, it's hard to step up in the pocket when the interior is collapsing.
Yes, exactly.
I get that. And I get the throw. I get all the times he rolls to the right and throws it away. It's about, look, I'm trying to survive to the next play. I'm not trying to make a negative.
Exactly.
I get all that.
And we see, there's the occasional completions on the sidelines. It happens.
I don't disagree. So I think we both kind of agreed to the question. I think we both said right now he's a better passer.
And Anthony brings up a point, exactly what I was thinking too. He's going out to his best offensive lineman by far and away. That's the side he trusts to get it to escape on.
I mean, Fred Johnson?
With that. Oh my God. Well, you know what?
I mean, after the Detroit game, his best offensive lineman didn't play again. So
yeah, that is true. At least it wasn't Matt Pryor, because we saw what happened when he came out.
Let's go back down to our guest and see if he has any more notes before I start thinking about Matt Pryor, please.
So, also, Philly doesn't need another superstar. They need someone who knows how to move the chains on 3rd and 6.
Yeah, I mean,
can I please go first?
Go ahead.
It's real simple. They have the talent to move the chains on 3rd and 6. You know what?
They just run 5-yard routes.
Welcome. Here, we're going to call this segment football. You know what? I'm going to dedicate this segment. This is Football 101 with Aiden, because he is inspired this segment. Let me explain to you Football 101 real quick. You know how you convert on 3rd and 6? Stop throwing for the ball only 5 yards.
Yeah, throw the ball 7 yards. You know what? 6.5.
Yeah.
In case you got to come back for a yard or so. So at least 5. We're running 5-yard sit down routes on 3rd and 6. What are we hoping to break one tackle and then they get double teamed? Oh man,
I cannot wait. Sean Mannion has to work out, or I may not recover.
Honestly, man, we're crawling back to Kellen Moore. Please leave New Orleans. Come back.
I miss Kellen so much, and New Orleans is building something.
Kellen Moore, man, he knew how to move the chains. He always had something. It's like, all right, guys, 3rd and 7, not ideal. We're getting 10 yards out of this first down.
Okay, but again, a lot of it had to do with the year that Saquon had. I'm not saying all of it, but Saquon bar,
it's a lot easier to throw the football when the defense doesn't know how to stop the run.
But again, we didn't throw the football a lot the year we won the Super Bowl.
But they couldn't stop the run. That's why.
That's the point, though. But like last year, it's like we tried to go back to 2023 where we were trying to be like a split offense. We are a run-first team. It's been like this since Nick got here.
Well, to be fair, they in the first quarters of games, they still tried to stay true to that. It just didn't work, because when you're met in the backfield 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage, it's kind of hard to establish the run game in the first quarter when you can't even get past the line of scrimmage. I mean, when you look back to the Super Bowl year, it seemed like almost every play was at least a net gain of 5 yards at minimum.
Well, I mean, again, the stat that just bugged out to me last year is Saquon averaged like almost 4 yards a carry before contact in 2024. Last year, he barely got a yard before being contacted by a defender. And it's just the health of those guys up front last year was just so bad. I mean, you saw
I
the
hope
Cam
it gets
Jurgens
better. I mean, yeah, I've heard about Cam Jurgens coming out talking about his injury. We all know about Dickerson and his injury and his recovery, contemplating retirement this offseason.
No, Dickerson, you got to put an S at the end of that. It's not injury, it's injuries.
Injuries.
Because it's been going back since Alabama. There's a reason he fell to us in the second round. He's torn both ACLs before. He's suffered ankle injuries. He has been banged up his whole life. That's why I'm telling you. I get he restructured the contract to help them out with the cap, but he took an entire year of money off his deal. We are going to have a new left guard soon. Anthony, is Duke on upset alert?
They might be, dude.
I'm on it. Hold on.
They're playing them tight. I had it on for a little bit earlier.
I'm watching the Blue Jays and A's game. There's too many sports. I'm talking football. I'm watching baseball. I'm following March Madness. There's too much going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's 65 all right now with about 6 minutes to go.
Oh, man.
It could be worse. Could be a Texas Longhorn right about now.
Oh, no.
Hey, just put a big man in. You probably would have got to overtime. All right, Aiden, you have any other notes for us? Because I'm enjoying these.
Not now. No.
Okay.
All right. Just let us know if you got anything.
All right.
Okay, well now see, since he's asked us a couple good questions, he's brought up some good points. Now I got something. I need to know some things. I got two important questions for Aiden now. Because my answer to these are simple. We already know who mine is. Aiden, right now, currently, who is your favorite Eagles player?
Currently, I'm going to say DeVonta Smith. Reason being, I have a bunch of his jerseys. He's a great deep threat, and I hope he stays in the future because he knows how to catch the ball. Other than AJ Brown, who doesn't know how to catch the ball.
Oh, shots fired at AJ. Oh, man. Ooh, I mean, he didn't do himself any favors last year. Definitely not. He earned that comment.
Well, if we ever get AJ Brown on this show, we better delete this episode.
No, we're going to make him answer for this. How dare you make the young fans doubt you?
We're going to have Aiden interview him. I'm going to sit back and watch. That would be fun.
Oh, no.
Okay. Tyler, who is yours currently?
Favorite Eagles player? I don't think you're going to expect this one. I'm going to go Jordan Davis.
Yeah.
Big JD in the middle. And a lot of it is because I feel like he just brings such a great personality to the locker room as well.
He's turned into a leader. He's probably, I mean, we lost the captain on defense already with Blankenship. I would not be surprised if Davis is wearing that C next year.
I wouldn't doubt it. Would not doubt it at all.
All right. So let me ask this. I can't really ask current because I don't think there's any really current guys on the team that we dislike.
Are we sure about that? Oh, wait, no, we got rid of Sidney Brown. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. So you're good there. All right. Can we all give our least favorite? Now, this doesn't have to be currently. This could have been from whenever. But do you have a least favorite Eagle? And who wants to go first?
So this could go back a couple of years here. Oh, Carson said his favorite player is Saquon Barkley.
Oh.
That's Sam's too. Don't let him lie to you.
I would just like to point out that Aiden and Carson are the future of this station because I need this guy over here is not doing it.
Whoa.
I need some younger blood.
I'm gonna
you
see
just
my
turn
way
like
out of here.
do you just turn like 30 or
No,
something?
that's you, buddy. All right. Don't look into the future too far.
I'm trying to think of my least favorite Eagle.
I can get my least favorite. My least favorite Eagle,
But can I say like a
Jalen Rager.
Oh God. Okay. Aiden, you could say whoever you want. It's up to you.
as a coach? I hated Kevin Patula.
Oh. Yeah,
Tyler,
Patula's up there.
Ty, you're fired.
Patula's up there.
That's
No,
a
I
good
was
one.
gonna do you one better. I was gonna go Brian Johnson.
No, I still think Johnson was better than Patullo. Anthony, how is the guy who's won a Super Bowl a least favorite?
No.
Yeah, maybe to you he is. Maybe that's because he coaches circles around Dan Quinn every time he plays them. I should just bring up the NFC Championship game, but that's fine. All right, least favorite Eagle for me. I'm gonna have to go for this. Could take about 20 years, so hold on. I've been around for a lot of bad Eagles teams.
Yeah, you've seen him for like the last 4 decades.
Shut up. Okay, I'm gonna have to. I think I got one here. I'm gonna go Bradley Fletcher.
Wow. Bradley Fletcher.
No, here's the thing, right? At least, like, I have never seen a corner consistently burned without getting a hand on the receiver one time during the entire round. At least Byron Maxwell attempted to.
Yeah. It's hard to argue with that.
Oh, Anthony, see, once again, you guys like to take the words I say and twist them. Number one, if we're referring back to the past year, I said if he went to bat for Kevin Patullo, he will be fired.
I think we could even go back to last year, like the Super Bowl year. Before the bye week, you were
through the first 5 weeks. Yes, I said if something didn't change, then we'll have to.
Yeah, I was almost out on him too.
The whole city was out on him before the bye week in 2024. But those are the two scenarios, and I have said that. I said in 2024, by the bye week, if something didn't change, there was going to have to be a change. Well, there was clearly a change. They won the Super Bowl. And then this past year, I said it if he went to bat for Kevin Patullo, because we saw this happen with Doug Peterson. Doug went to that exit meeting and said, I'm not firing Press Taylor. I want to promote him. And Doug and Jeffrey said, there's the door, Dougie. Thanks for my Super Bowl. Now get the heck out of here. There are still things in question with him, because if something doesn't look different or change next year, it's going to happen again.
Yeah. I don't think it'll get to that, because it's either it works this year under Mannion and his staff, or there will be big shakeups next year.
Exactly. But don't tell me that I said it back in 2024. The whole city said it. The guy was about to fight a fan on the sideline during the Browns game. The whole city wanted him fired.
I didn't. I liked it.
I want to beat up our fans too. There's one in particular.
Don't point at yourself, buddy.
I don't know. This show has gone completely off the rails. What else do we have to talk about again?
Eagles needs.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we need some
in the
things.
draft.
All right.
Quite a few things for the draft.
Well, I think the biggest need, really, I mean, there's one glaring need that they have, and I want to see if you can figure it out before I say it, because,
Glaring need, tight end.
well, I mean, they just brought back Goddard. Is
A
that really
year.
a glaring?
A year.
Okay.
So it's either you sort of prioritize. Now, I'm not talking first round, second round here, but I think by the third round, it shouldn't be unrealistic. If there's a tight end with potential, you look at him in the third round.
Hold on. Anthony? The AJ Brown drama has one person's fault, and it's AJ Brown.
Yeah.
They've tried first it's Jalen's fault, then it's Nick's fault, then it's Patullo's fault, then it's someone's fault. It's someone new's fault every week with AJ Brown.
Mm-hmm.
And look, Anthony, AJ Brown's not going to be on the team come September anyway, so I'm banning the name from the show after June 2nd when he's traded to the Patriots. I'm getting sick and tired of this. And just because you get rid of AJ Brown doesn't mean you're going to be worse either. I think the Patriots were pretty okay when Randy Moss got dealt. They actually won more without him, but that's just one instance.
I think.
But no, but I'm talking about biggest needs. I understand, yes, the future of the tight end position, Goddard 1 year. I'm talking about heading into 2026. Don't talk about 2027 yet.
Roster year. Safety. What'd you say? You cut out a little bit.
I'm saying linebacker.
Linebacker? You talking like a rushing linebacker or pass coverage linebacker?
Pass coverage.
Really?
He was a big Nakobe Dean fan.
Oh man, you're missing Nakobe Dean now, aren't you?
He has a good point though, because again, as good as I think Jihad Campbell's going to be, Nakobe Dean's leadership on that field was so important and so crucial.
He was, but I still feel like Zach Bond is a leader too. Yes, he's going to have to pick up some of that slack and be the voice of that defense, like Nakobe Dean was. I mean, that's any great middle linebacker commanding from the middle of that defense.
I like the thought. I get the point though, because like Zach Bond is a leader, yes, but Jihad Campbell, I think Jihad Campbell's got more talent than both Zach Bond and Nakobe Dean, and I love Nakobe Dean, but Jihad Campbell, I think, has got a higher ceiling than both of them. Now Zach Bond's been amazing for 2 years, but again, it's been 2 years. I'm not trying to take anything away from Zach Bond. I'm just saying the ceiling of Jihad Campbell could excel from both of them. So I think the linebacker position will be okay. I am concerned about the depth behind it a little bit, but I think Jeremiah Trotter Jr. could actually start on a few teams. I think, don't forget Baby Axeman. I would have said corner too, but we got Reek Woolen now, so we're good there, at least for a year. Me personally, I'm going to say offensive line depth. Safety's a big issue too. I get that, but I'm not. We're not going into the season with Andrew Makuba and Marcus Epps as our safeties. I'm not even worried about that.
But if you think they address it, trade further into the offseason?
No, because I don't think they're going to want to take on more money.
Yeah, so it would make sense then. Draft.
Oh, I got some pre-draft visits here, so hold on, because we're wrapping this up shortly because I only want to give my top 30 visit tracker up, and then we'll. But the offensive line, I mean, even if it comes back healthy, if those 5 come back healthy and we're good to go, everything's fine. Awesome. What happens if someone gets hurt?
Yeah. I mean, you brought back Fred. That gets you decent insurance for if Lane goes down. What about everyone else? Dickerson's no stranger to injury. Juergens isn't a stranger to injury.
Steen got banged up in the Tampa game last year.
He did. But Steen powered through it, though.
I can make you could even make the case if they don't draft Lane's replacement now. What if they just say Lane gets hurt again next year? I think Lane's retired after next year anyway. What stops you from signing Fred for 2 years? Make him the stopgap at right tackle till you find one instead of just pushing for the knee. Like I say, you don't want to draft.
Do a lot worse at right tackle than Fred Johnson in the NFL.
Exactly. Like, look, Fred Johnson is not Lane Johnson. I think we can all comfortably agree that he is not Lane Johnson. No, we're not doing that. That's no. I'm not going there. I have a joke, but I'll get kicked off the air for it. But no, my point is, if they get to pick 23 and there's no right tackle or just tackle options there that they are comfortable taking, they're going to take the best player available. If it's Kenyon Sadiq, it'll be him. If it's Omar Cooper, which it's going to be, I'm putting that 100% now. I'm calling it right now. He will be an Eagle on first night of the draft. And when we do that live show, I will be laughing here on my show. But what if the best player is there and it's Owane, the guard from Penn State? He's better than every tackle prospect in the first round.
Hey, because if they take him, I'm putting him at right guard. You're the starter. Steen, you can back up if someone gets hurt. Because Steen can be a backup tackle too. Not the best one. I'd still throw Fred out there.
I would not put Tyler Steen at right tackle to save my life.
No.
No.
Steen as a swing guard?
He did that before.
Exactly.
But that was why they were so good in 2024, is because your first 2 offensive linemen off the bench in 2024 were Tyler Steen and Fred Johnson. This past year, for some odd reason against the Rams, your first offensive lineman off the bench was Matt Pryor. Can somebody explain to me why Matt Pryor was the first guy off the bench? I don't know what was going on the sideline.
Again. I blame him. Maybe you can blame Stoutland. I'm just going to throw it on Patullo, though. It's easier that way.
Which, by the way, did you see Stoutland was on the Nick Foles podcast today?
I did not, no.
This really seemed like he was just done coaching. And he's not going anywhere else, it sounds like, either. If he does come back, he will come back in some different role with the Eagles. But he right now is just done.
I wouldn't mind all the idiots now.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. But so for all the people who think they know the inside of an NFL building when you haven't stepped within 20 yards of one, he wasn't driven out of here. He wanted to be done. I mean, the guy's been coaching. For like 50-something years.
He's not no spring chicken, just like Vic Fangio.
He coached like 30.
These guys have been around the league for a long time.
He coached 30 years in college, and he coached 13 years in the NFL. That's a lot.
Yeah.
All right, so I think we're all kind of in the agreement here. So for weaknesses currently, Aiden said linebacker, offensive line depth. You went tight end or safety?
I said tight end at first. Safety, I feel like safety is more the urgent one because we're not that deep at safety. Yes, I get it. We got some bodies. We got a guy who's going to be a great special teamer, which that I am excited about. Special team is important. You brought back Epps. Okay, that's fine. But I don't view him. He's not going to be the starter.
He's a better third safety than a starter.
Exactly. So I still think that is, but even with that being a need, I'm still in the same boat where they take an offensive lineman, whether it's a tackle or a guard. If there's a few names on the board they like, they're taking.
And you brought it up when Aiden said linebacker. Brought up edge rushers. They don't have much depth there either.
See, here's the thing: we don't. I don't. They're not going to address that in the first 3 rounds. That's not happening.
It's a deep class, though.
Exactly. So that's why I see them looking deeper into the rounds for a potential next man up person like Milton Williams. When did we take him?
3rd round.
Oh, he wasn't a 3rd. Okay. Well, hold up. That's my point. Wait.
Yeah.
Maro Jomo. Wasn't he a 5th rounder? A Jomo?
He was in the 7th round.
Oh, he was 7th rounder. Okay.
He's a defensive tackle.
That is true, but I'm talking about like guys who they've taken chances on that have developed.
Like Antoine Power Island last year.
Okay, that was just we got to pick somebody guy.
They need
the guy who led the ACC in sacks. Okay, cool.
Yeah, the best coach in the ACC is James Franklin. Talk to me. I need a bona fide edge rusher who I know can play. We are a Nolan Smith injury away from Jalix Hunt. No, because here's the thing. And this is honestly kind of what, when Aiden brought this up earlier, where this makes sense. We are one Nolan Smith injury away from starting Arnold Ebiketie and Jalix Hunt and having Jahad Campbell come off the edge, and then Jeremiah Trotter's playing next to Zach Bourne. That is we are in it. There's a ripple effect to this stuff. One thing happens, and then this starts happening.
Yeah. I mean, they will draft 1 or 2 edge rushers in the draft. They will.
They'll draft 1 second, third, then because they have 2 thirds. Remember that they have 2 third round picks.
Like they'll probably take 1 in the 3rd, and then another one in like the 6th or 7th. But they'll get more depth. Hopefully that 3rd rounder will work out again, like a Jalix Hunt. I mean, I'm excited to see more Jalix Hunt this year.
I love me some Jalix Hunt.
And I think Ebiketie's going to have a really solid role. I really believe that. Getting to play next to a Jomo, Jalen Carter. I feel like anyone who gets to play with those certain players on that line, Jordan Davis, it elevates them because it makes it easier for them because they are not the focal point. As long as big number 98's out on the field, that's the focal point.
As long as it's not out there spitting on people.
All right, that is true. But hopefully we're past that.
All right, well, here, let's wrap this night up with one last little bit of news we have. I'm on the top 30 visits tracker, which are the top 30 visits that the Eagles have had with draft prospects so far. So, Tyler, I want some thoughts on this because here's what we know so far. Eagles so far have met with Indiana wide receiver Omar Cooper, Penn State defensive end denied Dennis Sutton, South Carolina defensive back Jalen Kilgore, Penn State offensive lineman Vega Ioane, Texas Tech edge rusher Romello Height, who is the one that plays opposite of David Bailey, Penn State interior offensive lineman Nick Dawkins, Louisville wide receiver Chris Bell, Memphis offensive tackle Travis Burke, and Miami offensive tackle Markel Bell. And I also believe that the right tackle Max Enianker, the one with the weird name from Arizona State, has a visit scheduled with the Eagles, I believe.
Out of all those names, I mean, I don't see them taking a defensive tackle. They're not taking D tackle in the first round. You
There
just
are no
signed. Didn't you say one was a D tackle?
No.
I thought you did.
No. They've defensive lineman they've only met with are Romello Height, who is the edge rusher from Texas Tech, and denied Dennis Sutton.
Okay. Maybe it was another
Oh.
offensive tackle.
Yes. Memphis offensive tackle Travis Burke and Miami offensive tackle Markel Bell.
Oh, Miami. That's the one.
Yeah. No, they have not met with Ruben Bain or Akeem Messidor. I know. It's okay.
He's going top 10.
Messidor may be there, but I wouldn't take Messidor 23.
Nah. Huh. I mean, again, it kind of just confirms it. They're going to go offensive line. I mean, a good amount of guards and tackles from the names you listed there. I wouldn't be mad with that kid from Penn State, Ione. Is that his name?
Ioane.
Ione. I would not be mad because what did I say with my arrogance a few months ago? I said I don't want to see Tyler Steen starting again.
I think you're being way too hard on Tyler Steen.
I admit I was being harsh on him as well. But hey, still, if they draft him, I still stand by that. Open competition going into training camp. If you lose the job, you lose the job. Steen, sorry, buddy. Just like how he lost the job to oh my gosh. I'm tired, man. I can't remember names tonight.
Becton.
Becton.
My
Becton.
God.
Jeez.
And I mean, the only defensive back they've met with so far is Jalen Kilgore, which basically I'll give you a little insight on Jalen Kilgore. I think all three of us can say this. We know how awesome of a player Cooper DeJean is, right?
Yes.
Well, how would you like having two of them? Because that's exactly what Jalen Kilgore would be.
So we'll try to play one of them at safety then.
Oh yeah. Well, that's what I keep hearing people say, like, oh, we'll play Cooper at safety in our base package. We only use our base package like 5 plates. I'm not moving Cooper to Gene. I'm not doing it. But yeah, that's so far heavy offensive line. They've met with a lot of O linemen. 2 wide receivers. Omar Cooper, of course, is the big one.
Yeah.
The kid out of Louisville, very productive year. Had over 900 yards through the first 11 games before he had a knee injury. So he missed the rest of the year. But if he's healthy, yeah, I'm not kind of deteriorating.
Yeah, I'm good off of hearing injuries now. I'm good. Especially knee injuries.
Go have a meeting now. Just to get a meeting with Elijah Surratt, and we're good.
Honestly, yeah.
The Nick Dawkins one is pretty surprising too. Dawkins is another interior guy for Penn State. He offers some versatility. Could play center, could play guard.
Do you know what his projected is? I don't think he's a first rounder.
No, 4th, maybe a third, anywhere between rounds 3 through 5.
That could just be them getting their feet wet, trying to see, okay, is this guy someone we should look into if he's on the board? Come, maybe the late 3rd round pick, the 2nd, 3rd round pick. Maybe that's when they try to target him if they really like him.
I'll say one thing. Don't let me get denied Dennis Sutton. I may lose my mind.
Oh, my. There's your edge rush out.
Hey, I didn't get Abdul, but I got his running mate. I'll take it.
Honestly, I think Sutton could be more productive.
He's better against the run.
Yeah. Like, I'm not saying that, Abdul Carter is going to be a bust or anything, but no. I don't think he's going to be the player people thought he was going to be hyped up to be.
No, he's going to be. Look, let's play football 101 again, okay? This is the trajectory of Penn State players. If you are drafted by the New York Giants, you have to suffer for 5 years. Then you come over to the Eagles, you win Super Bowls.
Yep.
That's just how it goes. Ask Saquon Barkley and Jahan Dotson.
We'll have Abdul Carter in another 3 years, 4 years.
4 years of the Giants exercising. Oh, wait, they have Harbaugh now. Yeah, never mind. We're not getting them.
Good luck.
They actually have common sense now. Do we have any final words before we call it a night?
Anything else you got, Aiden? I didn't hear you.
I'm good. Okay.
You good?
Yeah.
Okay.
All righty then. Well, guys, another great week. Awesome week. Busy week. Talked a lot of NFL free agency on Monday. We talked a lot of Eagle stuff tonight. We took care of opening day for baseball on Wednesday morning with hitting home. That was fun. Once again, guys, thank you everybody who tunes in with us throughout the week. Thank you for picking us for your sports talk. We greatly, greatly appreciate it. Aiden, want to thank you for coming on with us tonight.
Yes, thank you.
You are always welcome here on our Birds of the Gridiron show to talk some Eagles with us. You're always welcome. I actually may want you on sometimes more than your own uncle, so that's a good thing.
All right, I'm getting out of here.
Okay, don't be that guy. But guys, thanks for tuning in throughout, and he's out of here.
I'm still
Thank
here.
you all for. Yeah, no, you're not doing the ghost voice. Thank you all for joining us throughout the week. Thank you once again, like I said, for picking us for your sports talk. Hit the like on Facebook, hit the subscribe on YouTube, and thank you all for joining us this week. Thank you for joining us today, and have a great weekend. And we will see you guys for Unbiased on Monday. So, for Tyler and Aiden Adams, I'm Sam Nelson. Good night, everybody.
The following has been a presentation of 609 Sports Talk Radio.
Sam, what did you